What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So 2 days ago I got this package. I ordered from Dark Knight Streets. These guys are really good. I have been running their parts on my R3 and they are really reliable. They are pretty much, you can say, similar quality to FMH or Impact Tech. Everything they build is pretty strong and sturdy. I love them so far. So I went ahead and bought some parts for my mt07. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Bike, so this is a 2024 model. It's brand spanking new. I just broke it in. It has like under 2000 kilometers. So this is going to be my show bike. I ordered a handbrake kit for my R3. So here it is. This is everything you need. This is a big rotor kit. So this is a factory rotor they provide. So everything they provide, these guys are actually really good. Like I said, everything they have is top of the line quality. Even the parts they provide with the kit is genuine Yamaha. So we know the braking is going to be pretty good. Magura HC1 13mm handbrake. It should be here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. It's 13mm. Some tools, the handbrake bracket itself, and of course the best in industry, hell lines. So without further ado, let's get started. We should be first putting this bike on center stand because we are going to take off the rear wheel first and get the handbrake bracket in. Yeah, I should probably get something bigger for me so I have more space to work on. It is what it is, guys. First things first, you gotta take off the wheels. Okay, we'll need a 19 on one side, and I believe this side is 22. I'm not sure. 22. We'll try 22. Yep, 22. Yep, take the bolt out. And the nut. I guess I'll need a hammer for this. Okay, there you go. There she is. Oh, there she is. Pretty mint. Love it. And I don't think I showed you the caliper. So this caliper, so this bracket can take 3-4 piston calipers. I have 2. I was using these things are off of Triumph Daytona. I was using them on my KTM 200 last season. I'll put a photo somewhere up there. So yeah, I'm so stupid, guys. I was telling you don't need to take the wheels out, but guess what? We have a big rotor kit. We have to change the rotor too. So the wheel has to come off as well. Okay, let's get into business. Wheels out. Uh-oh. I don't want to fuck up the bearings on the other side, so probably use I don't know. Okay. Alright, I'll just use this box as a platform. because you don't want to fuck up the bearing and shit on the other side. It's going to be a bigger mess. Okay, take 3 bolts out, slap on the new rotor. That's it. Let's see what size these things are. On spot, 6 mm. I'm sure there are some red Loctite in there. Okay, I bring out the heat gun real quick. Gotta heat it. Okay, now it's not coming out. Alright, I couldn't get this out myself, so I'll have to take it to a workshop, get it welded and then taken out. We just welded a bolt on top of that and then used another torque wrench to just take things out. We are golden, guys. All set. Back in the garage with the wheel. On the way back, I got some dot for brake fluid because I didn't have enough. But talking about that, check out the size difference between the rotors. This thing is huge, man. It's going to grab for sure. This kit also comes with a spacer and all the hardwares.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating.
The new rotor is on. I'll just pack the old one and then put some WD-40 on it and keep it for later. If I sell the bike or something in future, I can just put everything back and then sell it. So it goes into the storage. Now since this is done, it's time to put on the caliper and the wheel back on the bike. So let's get done with. Okay, the wheels on, chains nice and tight. The bracket is on too, disc brake. Everything looks perfect. The wheel is nice and square. The next thing, I'll just put on both the calipers and then we'll start routing the lines. So I already have steel braided lines for the rear brake. I just have to disc this caliper and then move to the 4-piston. For the handbrake, we'll be routing that line there. Okay, let's go.
Through the air, the pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind.
The rear brake caliper is on. I have mounted the handbrake caliper too, but I just have to run the line now. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just follow the cable line and take the cable from here, the handbrake line. We'll go through the fairing, like follow this clutch cable line, and then it's going to come out from here, and then I'll just route it below the swing arm. brake line is on. Next step. I love this 13 mm, man. I mean, it's everybody's preference. I like it a little squishy. Squishy in the sense something similar to the front brake. That's the problem. So I was thinking I could save this control because if I go on streets, I might need this. But I guess that's not the case anymore. You have to get rid of this. So handbrake and handbrake master and the clutch can fit in. So yeah, you're getting rid of this thing. Can go somewhere here. As you can see, it's getting a little dark, and I don't have the best lighting in my garage right now. So what I'll do is I'll call it a day. Next day, first thing in the morning, we'll set up the master and then bleed the line. See you tomorrow. Good morning everyone, this is day 2. A beautiful Saturday morning. It's nice and sunny outside. Perfect weather to work on the bike. It's early in the morning, so the weather is nice. We should get it done before it gets too hot. Alright, so I just put my handbrake master just to check where I should put it, just the positioning of it. And I figure this 2-finger impact tech lever has to go because it's coming on the way. So for now what I'll do is I'll grab the 1 finger off of the grom and then we'll exchange the levers, and then I'll buy one more 1 finger for the grom. So because the grom, I'm still waiting for the handbrake parts for the grom. So until we have that, we can just run the 2 finger on the grom. Should be fine. And I have the SS motor 333 on my R3. One nice thing about it is I have place here. I have a spot down here to put my fluid reservoir, so it's nice and tucked down there. I will need okay. I have a quick little trick for you guys to take the clutch cable out easy. So what I generally do is I take a plier, just turn this knob, like this arm, whatever, I don't know the exact term, what you say this thing. You turn this around like this and the clutch lever comes free. See this? Okay. The cable's off. Let's take the lever off. Nice and easy, so I don't drop anything. Let's see if I can do it. Oh no. That's what I thought. Oh, stay there. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Nice and easy. 1 finger is out from the ground. We need to take this thing out of here It's nice and aligned perfectly. We go down here, do the same. Oh no, don't have enough space. Let's see. I can just maybe push it like this from here. Never mind. I can reach down there because of the cross cage. Okay, I'll just have to do with the redneck way. That's what my buddy RDNX would say. Okay, you guys stay there as well. You too. Let me see. Yeah. Alright, she's out too. Okay, this is going to be tough, I guess. Let's see. Put the pt.II finger on my grom. The pt.II finger is on. Get back to the grom build once I have the handbrake kit. So make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'll drop that video soon. Alright, back to the R3. I'll have to check the position of this thing again. Let me see. Just swing my leg around the bike. See, this is so perfect. So much better. Okay, you have the clutch. Clutch needs to go in a bit too. Have the clutch. You have the brake. And the brake doesn't go out of the bar, so if you crash, it's nice and safe. Okay. Yep, this is it. Perfect. Like it. Take the plug off. This kit comes with banjo and stuff. Everything you need. It's perfect.
I'm with the person you are.